Hello my beautiful and makeup loving friends. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Emily and today we are going to be talking all about the brand new Colourpop Ooh La La palette. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. So for today's video, I wanted to go ahead and demo the brand new Colourpop Ooh La La palette. This is what she looks like. She retails for $12 and you get 9 little pans of eyeshadow in here. These are all really beautiful shades of pink, and then you have this nice little row of purple and gold. So you can get a lot of different looks with this palette, and I am a huge sucker for hot pink. I think everyone knows that. So this palette was really speaking to me and calling my name, quite frankly. So let's go ahead and get right on into the demo. If you want to see how I got this eye look today, then just keep on watching. So here she is in all her beauty. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to have this in my hands right now. So many people tagged me in this when it was on Trend Mood. So many people were like, this is literally you in a palette, and I couldn't agree more. Do you see this? Have you seen the eye looks that I usually do? It's almost like Colourpop knew that I was going on vacation soon and came out with something that was perfect for me to take on vacation. So I'm not complaining. I absolutely love the color scheme of this palette. I think it's stunning, obviously. I always wear these shades. But I think for today, I want to focus more so on the purpley kind of mauve-y side of this palette. Obviously, we have some beautiful hot pinks in here, and hot pink is my favorite color. It's my favorite type of eyeshadow. I always go for hot pinks. But I currently have a hot pink tutorial. I think I actually have a couple of them on my channel, so I will have those linked down below if you want to see me use some hot pinks. But for today, I want to switch it up a little bit, do something a little bit different, although I'm still going to be using pink, so is it really that different? Probably not, but I don't know, I just want to switch it up today. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started, of course, with my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade 00, which is the white concealer. Let's go ahead and get these eyelids all whited out here. The bugs are back yet again. If you saw my last video, there are bugs that just like to chill on the outside of my window. I can't do anything about it. It's outside. I mean, technically they're allowed to be there. It's not like they're inside, but it's disgusting and it creeps me out, and they're back and I'm just watching them like play around and do their thing, but if one of them comes in here, it's not gonna end pretty for them, let me tell you. And I'm just picking up my Anastasia Beverly Hills little dual-ended brush here. I've been obsessed with the more paddle end of this brush. Everyone always hated the other side of this brush, the blending side. It's pretty scratchy and it doesn't do the greatest job at blending. I mean, it'll get the job done, but it's not the best blending brush in the world. But I've recently discovered the paddle side and I freaking love it for starting out eye looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that and hop into Poodle, which is this beautiful kind of rosy mauve shade. And I'm just starting to place the eyeshadow down in the shape that I want the eye look to be in today. I want to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to go for like a super dramatic full cut crease. I've never done that before, which is insane because I'm always doing half cut creases, but I've never actually done a full one. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. It's going to be very winged out, very dramatic. People are going to be upset and say that I'm wearing too much makeup, but that's just the risk that we have to take here. And as you can see, this color is beautifully pigmented, especially for a kind of rosy pink. This is just perfect. I've actually been considering buying this single shadow for a while, and for some reason I never took the plunge. Even when it was on sale, I never really took. The bugs are like, they're creeping me out so bad. If anyone has a suggestion of what I can do, please let me know because I can't take it. But anyway, as I was saying, I was considering buying Poodle for a while, and I'm glad that I kind of had that intuition to wait. I don't know why. I knew that I wanted it. Something was telling me to wait. I'm glad I listened to that little voice that was telling me not to buy it, because now I have it in this palette. So taking my e.l.f. blender brush here, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into Soft Core, which this is actually a shade that I own in single shadow form. So I have a couple dupes that are actually out of this palette that I own in single shadow form, but the colors that I do have that are repeats, I absolutely freaking love them and I use them pretty often, so I'm not really complaining, especially the really, really bright hot pink in here. I already own that shade. I actually own like 3 or 4 hot pinks from Colourpop. I bought every single one they've come out with, all the limited edition ones. I have all of them, so I'm not complaining to have another one in my collection because surprisingly, you think that you wouldn't run through a hot pink shadow, but I am very close to hitting pan on like 3 different hot pinks that I have in my collection. Who would have thought we would see the day when that happens? So after blending, that kind of turned everything into like a wash of rosy pink. So I'm just picking up my Makeup Addiction Precise Blender brush and I'm going to hop back into Poodle here. I'm just going to place down the shadow in the same spot that I did at the beginning because as you can see it kind of faded a little bit and kind of got blended away. So I'm just going to reinstate what we had going on there. And my skin looks freaking horrible right now. And it's not because I had zits. I literally had a couple blackheads that I wanted to kind of pick at because, you know, I'm one of those people that picks at my zits and blackheads and all that nasty stuff. And just went a little overboard, and by the time I was done, I like took a step back from the mirror and I was like, what have you done? Like, I look like freaking Freddy Krueger right now with the way my skin is, but come on, Halo Beauty, I'm still using you, so work your magic on me, please. So I think that looks really, really cute. I actually really like what we have going on right now, and I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to take that any further before I cut the crease. I think what I want to do is I want to leave it like this for right now and basically cut the crease and then do like a smoky purple liner. Does that sound cool? I think it sounds pretty cool. So I think that is what I will leave it at for right now. So time to cut the crease. Not just half the crease, I'm cutting the entire crease, and I've never done this in my life, so I'm like, I'm just going for it today. We're just going there. But I'm just taking the same exact primer that I used. I'm taking the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and say a little prayer here, wish me luck. I've never done this, but here we go. I think that's what it's supposed to look like. Maybe I should have used a reference photo beforehand. Okay, no, that looks okay, I think. I don't know. Alright, other eye, let's do it. So now that I have that all cut out and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and hop in with my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to hop right into this beautiful duochrome like lavender pink goodness shade, which is called Tickled. I'm just going to go ahead and try this dry first, and then we will wet it and see what happens. So let's go ahead and pat this on the eyes. And it is just as beautiful as I was hoping. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely stunning. Now when I first saw this in the pan, when it first arrived to my house, like when I saw it in person and whatnot, it automatically reminded me of my Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. My favorite shade out of that palette was the really beautiful like duochrome lavender pink shade, which is very similar to this one, but this one almost seems to have like a little bit of a blue kind of cool toned undertone to it, which does make it look a little bit different on the eyes than the amethyst one did. So that's good to know. It's good to know that these are actually 2 different shades. So I'm just gonna wet my brush here one more time, and let's see if that amps it up a little bit. So it definitely applies a little bit more foiled with the setting spray, but it's not that much of a difference that I think you would need to do it. You can do it if you want to, and it might amp it up a little bit, but it's definitely not necessary. I'm just applying a little bit more of Poodle just right above the cut crease line. And Tickled, the shade that's on the lid right now, is just absolutely beautiful. I think this might be my favorite Colourpop shadow they've ever come out with. And I believe it's only available in this palette. So, Colourpop, what you doing? Release some singles, man. I want to stock up on this because I feel like I'm gonna run through that really, really quickly. And let's go ahead and work on the lower lash line before we get into the smoky liner. So I'm just picking up my Morphe M578 brush like I always do, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into Poodle over here and just running this right under the lower lash line. And the name of this shade really does remind me of a pink poodle, which I think is just adorable. It's just like the most beautiful soft rose. I just love it. And before I forget here, because I almost did, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Tarte, I think it's a liquid liner, yeah, Tarte glitter liner, and I'm just going to outline where I place down the cut crease because I just like doing this for some reason. It makes the eyeshadow just pop a little bit more. So So now for the final touch, I'm gonna go ahead and do a purple smoky liner. So I'm just picking up this brush that I got from my Dose of Colors 5-pan palette, I believe it was from. It's just a little tiny pointed pencil brush here. And I'm gonna hop into this beautiful like Barney purpley shade, which is called Caddy. Just so that I don't apply too much product, I'm just gonna start on the outer V here. And just keep my hand as straight as possible. That's cute. I like this look so far. And the matte shadow seems to be going over the shimmery shadow from earlier really, really nicely. No cracking, no nothing like that, which is something that I experienced in a recent video. I experienced cracking when I tried to apply the matte shadow over the shimmer, so this seems to be working out quite a bit better. And just gonna start winging this out and basically just gonna follow this shape. I'm not gonna connect the two together, but I basically almost want to. Looks cool to me. So now I'm just gonna flip over the brush and use the smudger side here and just kind of smudge everything around. And I'm still trying to keep everything relatively straight. I don't want to smudge it like into the crease or nothing like that. I basically just want to smudge it kind of outwards towards the temple. And just gonna repeat the same exact thing on the opposite eye. Alright, if you guys are not new here, then you know the drill. I'm gonna go pop on some lashes and I will be back in just a couple minutes and we'll go ahead and discuss how I am feeling about the look and the palette. So through the power of editing, it has just been 2 seconds for you guys, but it has been like 30 minutes since I last sat down here. I have eyelashes on, I have lip gloss on, and I have some thoughts and opinions on this look and the palette. So I personally really like this look. I think it's very like airy and flirty and cute. I think this would be a really good spring look. I don't really think this is a good fall time look. And in the US where I live, it's like totally fall right now. So this isn't really appropriate for the season, but do I care? I don't. But for some reason, this look is totally giving me like fairy vibes right now. I think it's just the mixture of like the blue kind of pinky duochrome on the lid and then the purple and the kind of rosy pink. I really like it. I think it's very soft and very pretty, and I usually go for like really bold pink eye looks, and this one's a little bit softer, a little bit more muted, and I actually really enjoy it. Now, as far as the shadows, obviously I only tried out a few, but I am very familiar with the Colourpop formula. These are exactly the same as they always are. These are not a different formula at all, and Colourpop is just absolutely amazing for the price, and honestly, it is comparable to like Too Faced in my opinion. I really like Colourpop shadows. I think they're awesome. I think that some of the shades that they have aren't that great, some of the blue shades and whatnot, but they seem to have their warm colored shadows formulated really beautifully. I really enjoy all of the pinks that they've come out with, and these are no different. These are really beautiful, very pigmented, easily blendable, and I really enjoy them. I think that for $12, this is a freaking steal. If you are into pink shadow and you're kind of on the fence about it, or if you already own some of these but you want to get the exclusive tickled shade, or you just want to have them all in a palette, I say go for it. It's $12. That's like 2 Chipotle burritos for me. Although Chipotle burritos are delicious, and I probably could have got one of those if I didn't buy this. But alas, I would rather have the eyeshadow palette. I think that it is just phenomenal. I love it. I'm going to take this with me to Florida, and I'm really happy that I have this now because it makes packing way easier on me. Honestly, this palette kind of exceeded my expectations. I knew it was going to be good, but I don't know, sometimes you kind of take that risk when you buy a palette versus single shadows. Sometimes the shadows in the palette won't be as good or the quality won't be there, so I'm really impressed that this was actually up to par in the exact same formula as the single shadows and from what we've seen from Colourpop thus far. My only complaint is that they do not have tickled in a single shadow form. I know that doesn't really have to do with this palette, but that's honestly all I really have to complain about it. Colourpop, if you guys ever see this. Please, 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 I'm telling you, come out with Tickled in a single shadow form. People will eat that up like cake, okay? It is beautiful. I want more. I already know that I'm gonna run through it fast because it's kind of one of those shadows that has a little bit of texture to it and a little bit of grit, but not in a bad way. It just makes it really reflective on the eyes, and you can just tell that you're just gonna use up the shadow pretty quickly. So I'm gonna need you to come out with a single pan of that, or we're gonna have to talk. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed the eye look, and I hope you enjoyed seeing a demo of the palette itself. Please do let me know down in the comments, have you purchased this? Are you going to be purchasing it? I know some of you out there have purchased this. I know. We got some fellow pink lovers over here, and I'm so ecstatic to hear that because I love pink eyeshadow and I love pink eyeshadow looks, and I say the more people wearing pink eyeshadow, the merrier. I love it. But with that being said, I do hope that you consider subscribing if you have not already. I am doing all sorts of makeup goodness happening here on this channel, so if you are not already subscribed and you would like to be, I would love to see you hit that button down below. I do also hope that you consider giving this video a big old thumbs up and turning on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video and you want to know when I am posting. But I hope you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye!